Hey, Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to PCM22 Classics Puncher. This is episode 16. I am the best rider by far that the team brought to this race. Natural born leader under the circumstances. Objective. So expected +2. Got a +3. That's good. Absolutely should be a leader outsider for this race with the, top 10 objective for this one? Of course not. 3 Barradors, 4 teammates, and I'm one of the teammates. I don't even get the Barrador assignment. The 2 other guys that are decent riders, Austin Kalmajan, do get the Barrador and Cabot. And I'm a teammate with no leader present. Now, the only good news about that is if I do get a result, I actually stand to get more XP. If you watched last episode all the way to the end, we managed to get our second career victory. Also turned it into a 1-2 for the team with the riders under my control. Great race. Great race. But the team wanted me to get a top 3, even though I was only just inside the top 10 favorites like I am today. I bagged a whole 14 experience points, not only for that win. It was a classic. It was a one and done. So that was for the entirety of the race. 14 XP. That's it. But a result today could be worth some points. Let's go ahead and push forward to where we start climbing. I'm going to ignore the team orders, but I have 0 team support, unfortunately. So I will be on my own for this one, making that top 10 much less likely. With team support, I think we could definitely pull off a top 10. Without it, we'll see. The break initially had 11 riders, including 2 teammates, but the field wasn't happy with the makeup of those 11 riders. So we've actually been chasing relatively hard from the get-go. The breakaway did not fully establish. Now we had a little category 3, some kilometers back. 4 riders attacked. 1 rider from the front couldn't handle the pace anymore. Those 4 riders bridged that small gap. It was only ever 40 seconds as we hit the first time up the cobblestone climb here. 3 stars, 1.4K. As you can see how with that amount of intensity and that distance, even though it's not steep, that combination is going to put a lot of wear and tear into the riders. Now, for me, it's going to be more about mountain rating than punchy rating throughout most of this stage, and I'm not good on the mountain. Could have a little something to do with why the team was less than optimistic about my chances. Secondary climb, same sort of thing. Now at the end, the final 2 or 3 times, yes, the punchy rating is going to matter a lot, but somebody with a good mountain rating is more likely to succeed at this race than the opposite. Somebody balanced between the two, absolutely the strongest combination. That and cobble. Mountain, hill, cobble, and stamina resistance for this thing is the way to go. We do have 2 out of 3. And we do have that +3 race day condition, giving us a 68 mountain instead of 65. Makes it a little better. But anyway, back to that conversation about that break. We were never giving them the gap they needed to actually establish themselves, which led to those 4 riders getting after it and joining them, giving them a little more firepower as they got weakened, but we never let them get away. Pace just now finally lifting for the first time. This is the easiest we've ridden the entire race so far, and we are halfway through this stage already because we brought those guys back in. In fact, we were already dropping quite a few riders, and now 20 guys have caught back up. 112 in the peloton. I would imagine it's going to take off here at some point, but I think that's going to largely come down to the formation of a breakaway. I'm actually half tempted to myself form that breakaway. Is now the perfect time to go away and become the stage winner? Cabot goes clear. He's the one with the assignment. No, they're not too interested in letting a break go away. 3 guys go clear. Seemingly unthreatening. Yeah, very much unthreatening. And we still aren't allowing much of a formation. Though we do finally sit up and let them go. But we were not too happy about it there for a little bit. We're out to 2.5 minutes already. We made them ride hard for a while. Cabot. Not really recovering though, as they are working hard to try to open that gap. And it's not opening by much, meaning we really aren't pushing terribly hard. I'm going to start riding a little bit harder on the climb because I have a feeling this peloton's going to start breaking up again, and it is already. Now down to 106, 101, and again we climb. I'll give a little more effort. LeBear looking good on a +3. Rue is looking good on his own, and we see a split in the field that, at least for the moment, sees me riding all alone. Got through that one easy enough. I do, at least with the tempo, have enough that it's not hurting me. So for now, I will endure until they really start to pick up the tempo. At this tempo, my combination is handling both sets of climbs quite easily. Has been pulled back. Only one rider remains off the front at 2 minutes riding solo. But again, I am not wasting 1 ounce of energy for others when I'm the one who should be the leader today. This team, I'm done with their assignments. 85 now, and that front rider gap's coming down real fast. He is really feeling it. Just 17 seconds ahead. He blew up that time. Now Oss is the leader. Okay, taking turns because Kelmajan's been dropped. So now Oss inherits the lead. If Oss gets dropped, does that make me the leader? We'll see. I'm very much down the order. Is Cabot going to be the leader after that? Do they, team management, hate me that much? 72 riders. That one rider off front, we sat up. We let him ride back away, but it'll come back at him pretty quick. We're down to 3 times here and 20K. Is this a good opportunity? I'm thinking about attacking on this next time and see what happens. Or do we want to wait for the end and ride with the punchy cobble seems the way to go on that final time. We're one of the stronger riders. We want to respond. If somebody does attack small group, especially if it's contenders, we do want to go with. So up that effort, be ready to go. We are starting to break into that we're feeling it now situation. I don't like that I'm on the right hand side here. Come over to the middle a bit so we can see what's going on. We want to stay in a good position where we can see that nobody's attacking. Group is still thinning out. Finish line's not there, by the way. The finish line is over here to the right. So there is a little bit more on the finish line than just the top. But nobody attacked. And the group thins out further. Let's hope nobody attacks on the next one. The non-cobbled guys might try to go for it here. The ones that are just punchy. Okay, save myself a little bit more for just in case. And again, still no attack. Really surprised by how it's setting up. Now, if I had attacked, you know that the 69 riders would have combined to respond. Oss is still here, so I do not have leadership of LeBear, who looks good with his +3. So I am on my own for the final climb. 7.2K to go. And let's kind of judge. I didn't really see how long the climb is, but you do get that little extra to the finish line. We're at 7K, and it's a 3K or so worth of climbing. The cobble section is what, 1.5K. So gel is coming soon. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. 5K to go. We'll gel up now. Okay. We want to go early on the climb. as we have the tempo, we have the pace, and we have plenty. We'll use up the red bar to gain an advantage. Ooh, not yet, not yet. Not before the climb. But use that cobble rating of 80, use that punchy rating to open a gap, and then use that yellow bar, that's plenty left. And here we go. Open the gap. We've got the gap. Okay, we have the gap, so now we want to sustain that the red bar for a little bit. We're out to 19 seconds already, 21 seconds already. And we continue now at 99, 34 second advantage. Come on now. Back to back. Sprint, come on. That yellow bar was plenty. Back to back wins. Technically we had a handful of sprint stages in between, but we are on the scene now, folks. Stan DeWolf, Ben Turner, Sam Watson, and Mathieu Louvel is your top 5. Yeah, all right. That should be worth some XP, too, because the team had no expectations of us. We do have a 0 evaluation for the teammate. That's not going to help. But the surprise win with no expectation on the day should be worth some XP. Stage results, 22-second advantage to the chasing field. Chasing field contained down to 27th place, and then another group starting at 42 seconds behind, which means plenty of contenders that had gained time on all those sprint stages still remain behind us. But 22 seconds plus an additional 10 time bonus for crossing the line first gives me a 16-second advantage over Tom DeVrent. And then, we're looking at chasers. There is one stage remaining, one sprint stage remaining, so I will hang on, but to get the XP for the GC part, and that win, which will be career win number 4, so that's wins 2, 3, and 4 in succession for me. That one is going to come off of I'm gonna have to play out that stage to get the XP for that one, but we'll get straight to the end of the sprint. But even with the time bonus of 10 seconds, we will hang on. The amount of XP, still not great. Not great at all. No expectation wasn't the surprise. Oh my goodness, you did so amazing compared to what we expected. It wasn't like top 25. It was just like, oh, you won. Cool. Here's a little pat on the back. It's like, this team hates me. We were at 82. We're at 90% evaluation, but my oh my. They aren't too happy with me. I'm not too happy with them either. On a sprint stage with a field full of sprinters and the GC decided, it should have been a foregone conclusion that today would shape up to be a bunch sprint. But the 6 riders in the break pulled away. I had my whole team on auto. I just moved myself to the front, and the whole team was on auto to manage it. We lead. It makes sense that we would be the ones managing it. We did have riders on the front, and yet by the halfway point of the stage, the breakaway had a 6-minute advantage, plus 6+ minutes advantage, and it was continually getting bigger and bigger to where I started to freak out. Paused, took a look, and there's riders in the break that are a minute and a half, 50 seconds, 30 seconds behind, meaning close enough to, if they win the stage, take the jersey. Not only would that impact myself losing the jersey and the team losing the jersey, but it would impact the other teams as well that were close enough behind me to have that matter. So I took 3 riders, Calmejean, Cabot, Lebert, put them on the front, had them start reeling it back in. First at about a 74, and when that wasn't making much of a difference, 75, slowly bringing it down, eventually up to 77 to put a little more pressure on. Brought it down to about 3.5 minutes from 6.5, and that's finally when other sprint teams, emerged at the front and are helping chase it back. But I was getting really nervous there for a little bit. Now that it's at 2.5 minutes and other teams are contributing, I'm not freaked out anymore. I think we've got this under control. But for a little bit there, it was not looking so good. Not so good at all. Kamajan has a +1, but low fitness, not feeling well. He's ill or something. And he is out of energy for the day, even though he really has not done much to this stage. Now I'm doing fine. Chase is on. QAnon. QAnon. Bringing the conspiracy theories here. And looks like a decent lead-out option for me. Let's up the effort for these three guys. See if they can get involved again. Gap under 2 minutes. Now the good news about the breakaway still being away is we had 3 sprint points. There are some time bonuses, so it could have put things in jeopardy if you gain 3, 6, 9 seconds with a 16-second deficit. Cuts it to 7. Then you go on and win the stage, and you win the overall. And as those are sprinters behind me, that was a possibility. So I wasn't upset with the breakaway getting away and getting a sizable advantage until it suddenly was getting out of hand. Just inside 2 minutes now. I think we're probably in control, plus the chase has been hard for quite a while. I would imagine those guys don't have a whole lot left in the tank. Now I just need to bring it home while still bringing those guys back. So this foregone conclusion certainly got complicated, but I think we've got it back under control. You can see Magnus Sheffield, provisional, still has the advantage. Troya is one of those breakaway guys. I think Masayuk might have been one of those breakaway guys as well, so you can see they're still in the mix. But now at 20k, and the breakaway attacking itself. In fact, Sheffield trying to hang on to the overall. He's got 20k to go, though. All these guys still on auto, and nobody went and got water, huh? 17k left. Oh, I guess I got to the point where these guys are no longer on auto. Oss is the last one. He decides to get water now. It's too late, buddy. Too late. You just ruled yourself out of being part of my sprint train. And he somehow got water inside the final 10k. $4.4k. And QAnon go 99, please. 4k, come on. I need to get myself out there as well. Oh, and here's Oss trying to bring the water now. 2.7. Let's do this thing, huh? Seeing a proper sprint train happen here. 1.7 out. This is gonna maybe hurt me a little too much, as don't have the top speed. I imagine this is gonna bite into my red bar a little more than I want it to, and it does. But with 1k to go, we're not gonna lose any time, and I won't finish on the top 3. But man, oh man, are we close? Aren't we? Or will we finish top 3? Will we? No, it's gonna be 4th, 5th. Hey, 5th though is good. Warlock takes stage. 5th on the stage, easily good enough to hang on to the overall. And that, for stage race 1 in Continental, 35 points. An additional 35 points, plus for the stage, for the result, 35 points. There's 70. Definitely the best haul we have had any recent times. By the way, we had that long streak of negative race day conditions. Then we had that one episode where everything was neutral. And then last episode it was negative, averaging worse than a -2 daily. Well, we then took this and had a couple +1s on the race day condition compared to expected, right? It's always compared to expected. The expected was +2s. We got +3s on both days. So it's not like a massive woohoo, wow, amazing race day condition. Certainly not balancing out with literally anything we've had all season long, dating back into the later part of last season even. But at least we had a couple plus ones, and look what happened. A couple plus ones, and we find ourselves the overall winner of the race. Race day condition is huge. I know I talk about it more than I should. It's something that's been commented on before. I hear you. But look what it does. It absolutely impacts things. It destroys your day, completely leaves you out of contention, or it puts you in contention. And when you're in contention, you get results. Last stage, we had no support whatsoever, but had a positive race day condition, and we attacked at the right time, and we left the field in the dust. Won the stage. Set up the win for the overall. Now, we went from virtually nothing in terms of XP we had just leveled up to now we are 100 points away from our next level. And the manager satisfaction has gone from 82% to 98%. They like me again. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.